He's just not going to be there.
Well, well, Mr.
There we go.
Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
There we go. Got it. Or you got a ghost Valentine. It drops right on my only free day, says Remington's. Nice, man. By the way, I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit rank 20. I'm like dropped down so much. I'm like at 3162 MMR or something, and to get rank 20, I think you have to get 4,000 or 3,800 or something like that. Ugh. And there's only like 4 days left. I don't know if I want to push myself to that. I started trying some different decks instead of the regular Skellige deck that I was using, but it's just not working out, man. Gotta love the Fallout magic. Always manages to bug out. Yep.
Nick.
Let's go talk to Amari.
There you go. You're on the right track now. Is this guy still in here? Silver Shroud guy. What's up, man?
Excuse me.
Sorry, Shroud. I don't have any upgrades ready.
Oh, I don't have the outfit right.
Here for Amari, she's downstairs.
Hey, Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
I'm 250 away from rank 20, but I haven't played rank the last few days. Well, you gotta play it, man. You gotta get it. You're definitely gonna get it. I, on the other hand, probably not. That's all right, I guess.
Dr. Amari?
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
A social call. Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
We're basically gonna do like what happened in Witcher 3 with some necromancy. What we're gonna do right now. Everybody says people at this point are as good as people at 4K plus trying to get Grandmaster, so it's hard. Yeah, I mean the closer you get to the season being over,
Were you going to say something or not?
the better players that you're gonna encounter. But it's too difficult. Closest I got, I mean, I am rank 18, but I've dropped so much that I have to win so many in a row to freaking even get back to where I'm supposed to be.
I didn't hear that. What?
Oh, we're just talking about Gwent, Dr. Mari. You don't know this stuff. You don't know anything about it. Maybe you do, I don't know.
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Ego, fetch me the brain. No?
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
I do.
How much of the brain do you need exactly?
That is not an encouraging question. I suppose I'll have to make do with whatever you can find.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
The hippocampus?
The circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
I don't know about this, bud. You might not be the same Nick Valentine afterwards. Might even lose you. You try plugging you into a toaster next. French toast. I don't know why I said next twice.
Waiting on you.
You really think this'll work, Nick?
No idea. But we got a missing kid on the line. That's worth the risk.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
God,
If I
he's doing
start
it.
cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
How do you lock memories?
The implant is encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like computer encryption, and we don't have the password. Let's see. A single mind wouldn't be able to crack it. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
It's basically Tranquility Lane all over again. It's happening.
Any idea what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
Nick and I are gonna share a mind? Yeah, I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
A smart mouth was all it took to solve problems. We would have found your son by now.
Uh-oh.
No.
Irritated.
You won't have to worry about that. The only memories you'll access are the ones in the implant.
Okay, I guess we're doing it.
Alright, let's get started.
Take off
Just
your
sit down
power
over
armor.
there and keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna loot all this stuff if you let
See
me.
you on the other side.
Alright, pal. I'm gonna loot this.
Nice.
Rockneck the Barbarian holotape. $40. $40. You're paying for the holotape itself. All right.
Not enough folks value keeping the old CPU sharp anymore.
Shh. You're gonna want me to take off my power armor in order to sit down.
Just sit in the memory lounger when you're ready.
Look, I have to loot in here because I don't know if I'll be able to come back in here for some reason. So I got to loot now. Close the store too. Matter with you. Okay. You're gonna tell me I have to get out of my power armor. Yep. Alright. I'm taking the core so you don't steal it. Here we go. Let's do a hard save here. Going in. Yup. It's like Tranquility Lane.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Like,
There.
no.
This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Okay, now this is not like Tranquility Lane. This is more like
You are
Mass
experiencing
Effect
these
in
memories as Kellogg.
Legion's
This may
brain.
prove disorienting at first.
Pretty much. We acid trip, boys. This is the only place where I had 30 FPS on my playthrough. I'm getting 72 right now. I can't go to third person and see what I look like in. It's so smooth. I wish the whole game was like this. Uh-oh. At an early age.
Turn down that goddamn radio.
Wait, what did that say?
I'm trying to sleep.
It said something about the hub.
Signed on, which means that as of this moment, we are all citizens of the new California Republic. I'm sure that's going to take some getting used to for a lot of people.
What a joke.
Waiting for this day.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
I will. I saw like on the subtitles it said something about the hub and NCR. It was like taking me back to.
Turn down
Yeah.
that goddamn radio.
It happens
Trying
again.
to sleep.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
Alright, let's look at all this other stuff too.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
Okay, so there is a scene that plays out, and then there's things that you can interact with to access the memory, because we are Kellogg right now.
People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
What a joke.
He had all the comic books. I thought he had a rough childhood.
No.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope
All right.
someone else is going to keep them.
Assassin Queen says go in the lurk mode. Enjoy the lurk, Assassin Queen. What a lucky guy. Yeah, this is really cool though. I dig this. Alright, so if there's anything that we interact with, we'll do that first and then try and finish watching the scene before it happens, so we don't have to watch it twice.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it.
He was a tunnel snake.
And it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only
Sarah.
looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
He's got a girl.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living.
The hub?
Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
So this guy...
It's gonna be fine. You'll see. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub.
Fallout 2, man.
Rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance.
We'll just watch the scene, I guess.
I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But
Green?
that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Yeah! Fallout 2, baby.
The right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. That's okay. I got her.
God.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
I was trying to pat the baby's head, but I couldn't do it. Alright, there isn't anything else to interact with in here. Got 4 things, the window and all that.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
Man, that is cool. Yep. I remember meeting the Emperor there. Yeah, that's what he was called.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Buddy killed his wife, girlfriend, and baby.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
Was it the Emperor computer? Can't recall. Yes. It was. Totally thought I was gonna meet a guy. Not a computer, not an AI.
Mind if we sit down?
Paris for carrion.
Suit yourself. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted.
Another.
Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
F now.
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Thought he was gonna say something. This guy went from the hub to San Francisco to east.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
Oh, there's no clues as to where this is, but oh. Keep going here. Classic Fallout music, I think, is playing right now.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer.
All right.
One of these has got to tell us something.
I wanted to pay attention to that first.
There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
All right, let's let this scene trigger again, and then I can touch this stuff.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life.
His eyes are still moving.
Be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
Glad you decided to meet with
One-shotting synths, yeah, right, yeah.
You're with the Institute. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. I wanted to see... The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
So they all say the same thing then.
But the Institute could always make more. And
They all
kept
say
making
the
them
same
better each time. You still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. For myself, you heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened.
That symbol.
They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. If you really existed. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. You still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic
Vault 111, boys.
suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
We're gonna watch this play out. Doing it?
This is the one.
Here. Oh my.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, no. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
Wow.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory.
Oh.
Whenever you're ready.
Handy reminder in case you forgot the beginning during these months. I remember that. I remember that. I do.
Manual override.
Alright, let's talk to the things here.
Initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Vault computers are still working. That's good.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Checking through the logs.
Cryopod access.
Just fine. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends.
The old man.
Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Me.
Pod C6.
I never knew why we didn't just
so he's gonna say that for
refreeze
everyone.
the rest of them. But we had our orders. I Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends.
Except me and...
Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Down the hall near the...
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid.
Dropping a lot of frames, too,
I'm
by the
not
way.
saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Referencing his wife or girlfriend, I guess.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Really? Okay. Yeah, we made that happen. Alright, let's keep... Alright, so when I put this stuff on YouTube later on, this whole bit, I'll make sure I just upload the local version of this, the Twitch version, or just be dropping frames and stuff. But the moment that we finish this, which it looks like this might be the last memory, we'll probably just have to end the stream because it looks like it's starting to act up again, and I really hate that. But this has been great so far. I mean, we haven't really. There's no need for. I mean, there's not anything happening. We're just sitting here listening to people's memories and stuff. There's no action or anything.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
He's doing what he did. Hang on.
His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate...
Oh yeah, this is the...
man's.
Yeah.
Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Man. I'm gonna have to listen to that one again.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Okay, what did he say again here?
His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Oh, that's old Travis.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
This
The
guy.
new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human.
Guy's a Terminator.
I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Virgil.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Oh, what's gonna happen here?
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Whoa.
Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
I be ready. There wasn't anything else to touch in here. We looked at all the memories. This guy, that guy. I don't know if the folder had anything on it, but we'll see if he lays down a folder and I can touch it. But wow, okay, so they can teleport. That's some Mothership Zeta stuff right there. Beto says, well, as long as the audio works fine during these memory sessions, dropping frames isn't that bad. Yeah, 100%. But it's definitely acting up now.
Okay.
Beams us up, Scotty. Yeah.
These days you're gonna get your head blown off just
Let me see if I can interact with that folder, and if not, then we're done in here, and then we'll wrap it up for today.
So what's the big crisis this time?
This is real interesting, though.
One of our scientists has left the Institute.
I don't know this name.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr.
Brian Virgil.
We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing
You should have said
sea.
some name from Fallout 3 or something. Let's see if he...
Wow.
If I can touch this.
Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination.
Lay it down,
he
sir.
was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding.
Institute.
One of the top bioscience boys? Damn.
Over.
So,
music in the background.
I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to look.
If anything like this had ever happened before, I'd never heard of it. Maybe a sign that the old man was losing his grip. Finding someone in the glowing sea wasn't gonna be any picnic. I never expected an Institute egghead to give me so much trouble.
Locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes.
Man. That was some interesting stuff there.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had.
Well.
No one's ever done this before.
Everything looks like a slideshow. Sometimes. Everybody says, you gotta be glad you found a few mostly good hours. Kellogg, the Zeppelin, memories must have gotten you pretty hyped. Yeah, I mean, the moment that I came out and saw Bird of Birds and Brotherhood of Steel, Zeppelin zooming by, I was like,
Take your time.
I love this game more now than ever. Mithra says, funnily enough, this is about as far as I got in the main story, but I had probably like 50 hours in side quests and base building in. Yeah, this playthrough is up to 70 hours, I think, now so far.
Are you okay?
Say this one.
I have this burning feeling inside my skull. It's like it's on fire.
That's not surprising. All the synapses in your brain have just been pulled apart, connected to someone else, and then pulled back together. I injected you with a large stim pack while I was pulling you out.
Super
That
stim
should
pack?
ease things. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Just a little bit, man. Rizzo says, I feel your pain, Mike. It has to be frustrating to try and stream like this. Yeah, I know. It gets to a point where you guys can... it's very obvious that I'm looking at, you know, my second monitor and looking at the drop frames and stuff like that. And that kind of takes me in and out of the game. I'm not paying attention and I'm like worried about this. And it's just like... it's hard to focus on the game and stuff when I know that stuff's happening. But it's got to deal with it, I guess. Let's see.
Take your time.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there.
We've heard this mentioned before. I don't know what the glowing sea is. It's probably just all radiated water, probably.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant.
Well, he's a ghoul now.
Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak. A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Better be taking a lot of Rad-X then. I want to say that, but let me see.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
Yeah, I already got like 4 suits of power armor. I'm good.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Got some achievements today. Level 29. The glowing sea. I like that. That's good. All right.
Dr. Amari.
Be careful of the radiation. The glowing sea isn't a place to be caught.
He's like, oh, you're so close to me. I'm sorry I got so close to you.
You have to find Virgil. A renegade Institute scientist could finally give us the insight we need.
Amari.
Good luck. Make it back in one piece, okay?
She's wearing a Vault-Tec coat. I didn't notice. Probably not with Vault-Tec, though. She probably just found it.
Are you alright? No headaches, heart murmurs, or muscle tremors?
I don't know.
Dr. Amari.
You've been through so much. I hope you find some peace one day.
Dr. Amari, I'm gonna need a physical exam, and I'm gonna need it right now. Okay. Well, we already looked at everything in here. I don't think there's anything here. I'm sure once we leave, we could come back, but it's fine. Go ahead and get in here. Let's get in here and we'll save the game, and that's gonna do it.
I can barely tell us apart.
I can barely tell us apart. All right, sir. Save here. Can get it. Save. There we go. Awesome. All right. Well, this was a Fallout 4 session to remember. There was a lot of cool stuff that happened in here. We've been on this main story for a little bit. We did about maybe an hour or so yesterday, and then today that's all we've done today. And we found out some interesting things relating to the Institute, Sean's whereabouts, the whole memory thing, the epic scene of the Brotherhood of Steel flying by. There's so many things that have now opened up that I am so excited to stream this game whenever I can. And I hope that the next time we play, the internet's not as bad as it was today, because I really would like to dive more in on like the Fallout 4 streams and not have them be like, oh, only did an hour or 2 hours here. It's like I want to be able to do more. So, but we will see what happens next time. We're gonna go upstairs and talk to Nick, and then we'll figure out if we want to pursue the Glowing Sea or if we want to go check out the Brotherhood of Steel stuff. We'll figure all that stuff out next time. The next time we're going to be streaming is Monday. There's no weekend streams this week, so next time will be Monday, as long as the internet's working. So, but this is where our adventure ends for today. We'll see you on Monday for more Fallout 4.